We're here in the Driving Solutions Pit Garage at Sydney Motorsport Park. We've of course got the lovely, youthful James from Driving Solutions with me by my side. And his hands are straying a bit under this table, just watch out. Now we're here to talk about one very important aspect of track day that you guys may overlook, and that's tools. And we're not talking about us, we're talking about these.
I think they should be talking about us. We're two good-looking tools.
Amen.
But realistically, what sort of tools do you need? What can you bring with the track? Obviously, you don't want to bring the whole semi-trailer
You don't want
with
the
everything.
kitchen sink, you don't want it.
Bring something small, get out of trouble. Realistically, socket set does everything. So nice and handy. Gaff tape, you know, it's amazing how many little bits and pieces you can always fix with a bit of gaff tape.
It's true, mouths, everything. It's really, it's versatile, isn't it?
I wish we had some now for your mouth. But realistically, if we're going to keep on going, the old rags always come in handy just to check the oil pressure, you never know how many rags you can actually use on a track day.
To check your oil pressure, you've probably got problems, but oil level is a good one though, yeah.
Yeah, but pressure is the tyre gauge next to us, and that's just
true. Speaking of, that's true. You should definitely have one of these. We can't stress that enough. You've got to know what your tyre pressures are doing when you're at the track. The good thing is, if you're forgetful and a little bit silly like I am, you don't bring it. The team of Driving Solutions have got a stack of these here ready for you to borrow. They are boomerangs though, aren't they?
Oh, without a doubt.
They always come back.
And you can never get away without some screwdrivers as
Exactly
well.
right.
So,
here we are. I'm always screwing up, so I'm familiar with these.
Well, that's a big part of it. Like,
Exactly right.
Also, the torque wrench.
Exactly. Oh, it's a bit... Wheel nuts, important bolts, that kind of thing. You don't want to just be leaving it to chance. I mean, wheel studs are the big one. You can use a rattle gun if you're a little bit excitable like me, but there's a right way to do everything, isn't there? And a torque wrench is one that you should really bring to every track day.
I'm a massive fan. Use the rattle gun to get them up, and then just check the torque with that.
Yeah, exactly right.
And realistically, you got more torque than us with that.
Exactly, that's hard to do. Very hard to do. Now, we don't sell this brand of torque wrench, rattle gun, but it's absolutely an essential to bring with you. I think it's going to make light work of a lot of different jobs that you might have around the pit lane, getting your car ready in between sessions and that kind of thing. And again, make sure you can use a rattle gun with the sockets that you've got. This is a 60-piece socket set, which is good. It's got a heap of sizes, metric SAE. It's got spanners in there. It's got a couple of different sizes, extensions and stuff. Make sure it's a bit of a holistic kit because you don't want to get stitched up with 3 socket sizes in your car, none of them fit, and work out what your car needs, and then get a socket set that's going to work with you. And I mean, it's probably our favourite, I think, is one of those to keep his lips shut, and then one of these to tie his head. I mean, these to keep your car going. These are fix things, attach things, reattach things, change things, make sure things don't fall off when they are going around the track.
And even they're good to just tie up to keep the cable ties together.
Exactly right. That's what I like to demonstrate how they work. And then other than that, that's pretty much it. I mean, this is a nice to have, but not an essential. This is just good to know tyre temperatures, track temperatures. You can check your mate's temperature, make sure, I'll tell you what, this is a bit of social distancing. I'm kidding. And then you can keep an eye on your brakes and all that kind of thing as well. And it gives you a reference point if you do want to change things up, adjust temperature, adjust pressure, or change up your brakes and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's not going to break the bank, any of this stuff. It's going to keep you out of trouble when you are at the track. It's going to mean that your session isn't cut short. Your track day, the money that you've paid isn't wasted. And it's going to mean you're not that guy that's walking around the pits asking to borrow tools. But the good news is, if you want to get a whole bunch of this stuff, where do you reckon the people can go?
Mate, I always believe sparesbox.com.au, and you can just swipe up.
He loves to swipe, doesn't he? Check out sparesbox.com.au, guys, for any more of this cool stuff.